Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you're at. This is the Cali Truck Stop Theater. Well, look at this. Isn't this something? Look at that. Whoa! Got those nice painted lines there. How about that, huh? Oh well. Bet you're wondering how the heck did that happen. Well, I'll tell you how it happened in just a few. Okay. So how the heck did that happen? Well, let's just say I got into a little squabble with a rock, and guess who won? Of course, I won. Came out with a little bit of scratch, but I came out on top. No, what? Well, yes and no. So what had happened was that this happened yesterday, and I was stopping. I was stopping for the night because I ran out of time. I was trying to get to a truck stop that was well. This happened right outside of Mesquite, Arizona, and I was trying to make it to a truck stop, which is just right around somewhere around Mesquite. This happened on the section of 15 where, if you're familiar with it, right in the section of 15, coming out of Utah into Arizona, there is a stretch of the 15 that cuts right through a mountain range. So I was there. I was driving through there, and I didn't have enough time to get through there. I was working on getting there, but wasn't aware that there's some construction going on. So that kind of slowed everything down with the speed limits and stuff like that. So had to drive at a slower speed, which would alter how fast I get somewhere. So that kind of I was running slow I was running slim on time, and with that I ended up running out of time. So I had to find a place right quick to park for the night so that I can get my hours back. Well, in the process of doing that, I stopped. I stopped off this. Well, it was kind of off the side of the road. Well, it was actually way off the side of the freeway. There was a large dirt area that that's designed for vehicles that are stopping, and it's large enough to where trucks can pull over to the side there. So I pull off to the side there, and I'm like, well, okay, well, I'll just go ahead and call it a night right here. And in the process of doing that, I stopped, and I had a sudden urge to go pee. I mean, it was just like boom, like that, where I'm like, oh crap, I gotta go to the bathroom. And it was such a rush to where I was like, oh geez. So when I got the truck to stop, I'm rushing to to get out of the seat, and so I'm going through it. I'm putting everything out of gear, and I'm raising the seat up and pulling the seat back, and I reached to go and grab the the brakes, and I did everything so fast that I thought that I had pulled the lever hard enough, and so I get up out the seat, and I can't even get outside yet. So I got a cup and had to go. Well, I didn't get to pee yet. I was in the process of doing that, but I was parked way off the side of the road, but I was parked close to a rock wall, and so when I got up out the seat, the truck started to roll forward, and I didn't know for the first, second or so, right? So I jumped up out of the seat, and I'm like, getting ready to, getting ready to bust here. And I'm like, oh gosh, and I noticed the truck started to move, started moving forward on me. And like I said, I wasn't too far away from the rock face, because I parked, quite a ways away from the road, and wanted to park close to the um, close to the rock face there, so that I have plenty of room between myself and the road. But so what happened was that the truck started moving forward, and when I noticed that it started moving forward, I'm thinking in my head, this is all happening like, really rapidly, but I'm thinking in my head, why the hell is the truck moving? So I immediately jumped into action, and I went to go step on the brake, so I stepped on the brake. Well, um, just a few feet ahead of me was like some soft, some soft dirt. So when I slammed on the brake, it kind of, dug into it, and kind of slid a little bit, and it went through, and it and the truck, I have a heavy load, so it just kept going a little bit, right? So it went, and then it hit the rock face there, and it just, scraped up the whole side of that whole corner right there, really, you know but I'm like mashing on the brake, and I mashed on the brake like right prior before it hit the wall there, the rock face there, and I just see it just just crunching. I'm like, oh dang. And first thing that I thought was, man, I done tore up my whole front end, because it sounded worse than what it looks like, really. I mean, yeah, there's some deep scratches there and stuff like that, but it wasn't as bad as it sounded. I mean, it sounded like I done cracked up the whole front end of the of the truck. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is some jacked up stuff, man. So I throw the truck in reverse real quick, and back out, and put the brakes on. By this time now, I'm like, I'm not thinking about peeing. I'm out there checking out the truck. I'm like, what the hell, man? And but I'm like, man, I could have sworn that I pulled the brakes on it. I mean, everything else was all right. Or, put it in neutral, and I went and grabbed the brake thing, thinking that we're good to go. But it just goes to show that, it's like, I was in a rush at that particular time. I was trying to keep from peeing in my pants. I mean, because it was just all of a sudden, it just, boom. So and it's just like, I was fine while the truck was moving, while I was driving, but then as soon as I stopped, I had to go pee. Has anybody ever had that problem where you just felt like just a sudden rush that you had to go? So basically, that's what had happened. And so I'm gonna see what's gonna happen next. One of the first things that I thought was, oh damn it, I'm gonna have to go and see safety, right? I was already heading to the terminal, which right now I'm in Fontana. I'm at the Warner terminal right now. I have another load, thank God, that I'm gonna get that load, and I'm gonna get the hell up out of here. Because if I stay here, I'm probably gonna end up having to see safety down here, and I'm not gonna be having that. So I'm just hoping that I don't have to see safety, because like I said, it wasn't really bad or anything like that. Just got scraped up the side right there, but it's not an accident, and I'll go into details on. I'll do another video on that, on what classifies an accident with a commercial vehicle. Okay. So it's not considered an accident. I didn't have an accident, so don't think that I had an accident, and don't even talk about it as an accident, because that's not what it is. So so yeah, so that's pretty much what it is. I'm glad that it wasn't worse than what it is. And even if you look at it, you might think that it's bad, but it's not all that bad. But yeah, nonetheless, I don't need this kind of headache. I don't I don't want to experience that no more. And so yeah, that's in a nutshell. That's what it is. So I'll when I got some time, maybe later on today, I might do another video on what is considered an accident and things like that. But we're so I am. Let's see, whoa, I got a lot of messages here. Okay. All right. So, anyways, I hope you're all having a good day. Have a blessed day. Hope your health and your finances are good. And if not, I'm hoping that that they turn around and change for the better real soon. So I'll come back with another video. But yep. I just want to let you know, hey, this is some of the things. This is some things that happen in trucking. Okay, these are some of the things that you will encounter. You can consider yourself very lucky if you can go through your whole career without something like that, a scratch. Okay, if you can go through your whole career without having a scratch, then you're very blessed and very lucky. For those of you who are pilots, I don't know, maybe I'm pretty sure you've heard this before, but for the pilots, the saying goes that anytime that you any kind of landing that any kind of landing is a good landing, that doesn't kill you. But any kind of landing that doesn't kill you is a good landing. So the same thing that goes in trucking. The many things that we get, that we are exposed to, anytime that we can come home at the end of the day without getting hurt, was a good day. All right. So yeah, just be careful out there. Be safe. Sometimes there's things that cannot be avoidable, but if you can at all costs, do as much as you can to protect yourself and be safe. All right. So I'll see you later.